Well, now that you've completed Unit 5, you're probably thinking, whoa, uh, you mean I'm making myself sick? And, I don't want to frighten you, and I don't want people to take this as meaning that if we all understood the principles perfectly, we'd never be sick or we would never have diseases, because that's not the point. The point is we're all genetically predisposed to certain illnesses over the course of our lifetime. And the point is that we have a very strong immune system or a medium immune system, whatever immune system we have. And we have whatever body we were born into. We have the gifts that our particular body enjoys. Some people have very strong hearts. Some people have less strong hearts. Some people have different things that are congenitally wrong with them. But to the degree that we do not exacerbate the things that are likely to go wrong anyway, or that we don't trigger them, or that we don't add new things by weakening our own immune system through the causing our body to have to deal with chronic stress, to some degree we do contribute to our overall well-being. We can't keep ourselves from dying. We can't, I'm not suggesting any of that. And I'm certainly not suggesting that a person who's experiencing ill health should be hard on themselves and say, well, I've done it to myself. That's not the point. The point is, even if you are experiencing ill health, as you probably realize, your experience of that ill health varies depending on whether you have, what doctors would call an optimistic or cheerful outlook. They always say their patients who are high-spirited and cheerful do better. They recover faster. They get over surgeries quicker. They heal. Well, and that's the idea. The idea is to maximize whatever health we have by not adding negativity into the mix, by keeping ourselves at peace. And we can. And there's no doubt, in my mind at least, that a lot of the chronic illnesses that have suddenly spiraled in the last generation have largely spiraled because people have made them worse or exacerbated a pre-existing condition or triggered something because of the chronic stress that people have taken on. So in this unit, I wanted you to have some exposure to the fact that what we talked about earlier in the course, the fact that we know how we feel and that we can tell when we're tense and when we're not. We can tell when our mood is down and when our mood is not down and it's up. And the reason we can tell that is because it's a psychobiological response. It's the body chemistry responding to our thinking. That we create thoughts. The thoughts that take form in our brains, and they provide the message that the brain sends neutrally out to the rest of the body. The brain just does what it's told. It doesn't care. It's a neutral conveyor of information. And if the brain is getting information that says run, something bad is happening, marshal your resources, even if there's something bad is happening that you're worried about your exam in a week, or that you're worried about a sick friend, or that you're worried about your car payment, the brain isn't processing the details. The brain is responding to the message. And the message is a biochemical message that directs the body's resources to do what it needs to do to survive. So if you need to run, if somebody's chasing you and it's important for you to get across the street to that 7-Eleven and get in the light with other people, you'll find that you're faster than you've ever been before. That your body will take care of it. It'll send all the right stuff to the right places so you can run as fast as you possibly can. But if you don't need to run, and you just keep thinking about being pursued, or you have paranoid thoughts about being followed, or you have, a lot of fear about being around other people, if you have these thoughts that, that there's some danger that isn't really there, your body is still prepared to run, but you're not running. You're thinking. And so all those resources that are directed towards the running are then are not available for your immune system, for your normal body functions. It just makes sense. It's, I think it was Sapolsky who said, that if, and ironically, he said this, before it had a certain meaning, but he said, ironically, if it's your body is like a nation, if all of the resources that are available are going to the defense budget and to the military, then education, roads, bridges, healthcare, all these other things are going to suffer because the resources are divided in a way that doesn't contribute to the optimal health of the body as a whole. So that's the point of this unit, and it's just an important thing for us to know. I don't want to say it's a motivator, but in a sense, it kind of, I think for me at least, when I started to understand the mind-body connection at a deeper level, it made indulging in my stressful thinking seem pretty silly to me. Why would I do that? I don't have to. It's kind of a habit. And to the degree that I do that, I'm actually keeping myself from living in the optimal state of well-being that's possible.